I'd like to go through a couple things that are not technically. Gold is flat, silver is flat. We're in a consolidating period. Silver's up 48% for the year, and now it's up 40. Gold was up 28%, and now it's up 22. And we're coming in the best 2 months of the year, historically, are September and October. There's many reasons for that, but the main ones are the holidays are over in Europe, the India wedding season and harvest is coming, always a great push for gold and silver. And then, of course, this year we have the special drawing rights being issued to China. The first thing I want to tell you about that is I've talked to someone in Europe that I've known for 34 or 5 years, and they're telling me the surprise is going to be that China is going to announce more gold than the U.S. has. Now, certainly this is not a fact. I can't guarantee it, but this is a very good source I've used and known for over 35 years. And if that is true, then we know the U.S. probably does not have the 8,163 tons they claim to have, and then you would see a battle for physical gold as China moves to have a gold-backed currency at some point. The special drawing rights, when China does get them on October 1st, will be weighted based on the value of the 5 currencies: the Chinese yuan, the American dollar, the English pound, the euro, and the Japanese yen. So each one will have its own weight, and as one gets stronger than that you're holding, then you get more for your money. It's almost like having gold as a currency as part of your investment portfolio, a foreign currency. And certainly you need to consult with your financial advisors on how to buy that, because you don't want physical currency, but you do want a play on that as those special drawing rights get stronger in some currencies and less strong in others. And if my source is right, and if China has more gold than the U.S., then it's going to be a liquidation of U.S. treasuries worldwide. I think I mentioned last week, I may or may not, the Becker Institute is saying there are 10,000 banks and major corporations worldwide that on October the 1st will begin to receive payment in the yuan or renminbi, the new special drawing right currency of China, meaning the U.S. will have less demand for the U.S. dollars, as these corporations will now hold as their currency of choice the yuan. This isn't speculation. It doesn't mean the dollar is going to dive the first day, but the trend will be set, and you had better be looking at a cheaper dollar, because at that point China will not need to hold $1.4 trillion of U.S. treasuries. They can begin to systematically liquidate their U.S. bond holdings and buy their own currency, own bonds, and once again, their SDR will become a bigger part of the basket, and the U.S. will become a smaller part of the basket. I have no update for you on what's going on in Japan, except everything is underway to helicopter money in and produce some moderate inflation, and no update on the Sharia law that we've gotten a lot of emails from. The other thing I wanted to mention to you, never, 40 years of doing this, never have I had more top money managers calling, people managing $100 million to nearly $1 billion, I'm walking them through how the client can own. They don't want ETFs. They don't want paper gold in a crisis. They want the real gold in their possession or in the storage program that Cloud Hard Assets has started with the lowest storage rates in the world. 20 basis points after 6 months free rent. And listen, if you've got gold stored with anybody out there and you're paying more than 20 basis points, which is $200 for $100,000 per year, plus we're going to throw in 6 months free rent, plus we're going to have it in a approved depository IDS in either Canada or Delaware, a COMEX approved warehouse in Delaware and IDS in Canada. And so if you come and buy $10,000 worth from us at our low rates, then you can move everything you've got, transfer it, and we'll even help you get the lowest rate to move it from where it is now to your new account, saving you thousands. We just did one for a customer that was paying $5,000 a year in storage, and we got them for $1,000. They're going to save $4,000 a year by becoming our customer. So if you need to talk about that, we'd love to talk with you about that. But there's going to be a lot of things happen once we get into next week, and any one of them could cause a shortage of physical gold and silver on the short term. And once again, you're going to see a lot of money managers that are already moving. We had 2 banks buy 2 orders last week. So banks are back buying, even though, banks don't usually buy gold and silver. But we've taught and we have 2 banks that are doing that. So it's important to you to be ahead of the curve and knowing that the possibility of the dollar going down, meaning gold and silver going up, is very high starting next week after Labor Day. If you need to talk to us, you can reach us at 800-247-2812, and we can also help you set up a self-directed precious metals IRA. We can help you sell your rare coins and get into bullion coins, because, as I've said many times, if you look at the last 16 years of this bull market in gold and silver, the rare coin index has not even doubled, while gold's gone from 256 to 1330, where it is currently 525% gain. And we expect that to continue. So if any of these points trigger, give us a call, and all I can tell you is I feel something big is going to happen from doing this. I can't tell you when. I can't tell you what's going to trigger it. But hopefully you'll have your metals in position, get your questions answered. Give us a call once again at 800-247-2812. And Dan, Kathleen, or I will walk you through any of these areas you're interested in. Until 2 weeks from now, this is Tom Cloud signing out.